Hi everyone, this is Sheila Peters, and we're about to do a stretch body awareness class. We're going to start on our hands and knees and making sure that the hands are underneath your shoulders and your knees are right under your hips. Let's take some traditional cat and cows. So here we go, breathing in. As we exhale, we're going to push our lower back up to the ceiling, head comes down. So our hips and head are trying to sort of go towards each other, really stretching out that lower back, pushing through the hips and going into your cow. Feeling the belly going down towards the floor, head and hips go up, and rolling through that lower spine to really get some manipulation in that lower back into our cat. Pushing through and going into our cow. Repeat, rolling up into that cat, and then push through, breathing, opening up that lower spine. And last time, rolling up into that cat, really engaging the abdominals, getting that lower back to get a nice stretch there. Push through and go into your cow. Excellent. Coming back to a neutral position, we're going to put our hands forward, let our hips come forward, lifting our feet up, and we're on an incline, and we're going to do some arm work here. So we're going 1, lift, 2, up, 3, lift, 4, keep going, 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, good, 9, and 10. Coming back to our original position, let's repeat the cats and cows. So here we go, neutral spine, breathing in, exhale, pushing up through that lower back, stretching that lower back out, and push through, and cow. Repeat that, lower back, coming up, cat. Push through, going into cow. 2 more, rolling up into cat. Push through, going into cow. And last time, rolling up into cat. Push through, going into cow. Neutral position, let's go back into that incline. And we have 10 more. Here we go. 1 and 2, 3, keep breathing, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to do a third set of this. So come back to your neutral position, and we have cat pushing up through that lower back. Head is dropped. Hips go towards the head. Push through, going into that cow. Things should feel a little bit better this third set around. You should feel like you're really working in that lower back. And push through and going into your cow. And you may have a bigger range of motion in each of these directions, lower back, push through into cow. And last time, up into cat, engaging the abdominals and pushing through and into cow. And here we go, into that incline once more, knees are lifted, long line, 1 and 2, good, 3, 4, keep breathing, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Let's push all the way back into a child's pose, stretching out that lower back, giving our arms a chance to relax. Quite a bit of work in the arm there. And then rolling out through the spine. And let's take that lower back action once more in its kneeling position here. So we're pushing that lower back out, feeling that curve, engaging the abdominals, push through, and going into the cow. Again, roll back into cat. Push through, going into cow. 2 more, roll back into cat. Push through, into cow. And last one, roll back into cat. And push through, into cow. Excellent. Come to a neutral position. Bringing your hands behind you. Your knees are still bent. And if this is too hard for you on your quads, then figure out some other way to stretch out those quads. From here, our elbows are bent, and we're going to take a deep breath in. Exhale. Now we're pushing the hips up. And because we've done the cat and cows, you may find you can get pretty far up there. Good. Reaching. There is some arm work, but it's slightly different muscles. And then come back down and release. Deep breath in. Exhale, push back up, working through that spine, through the hips, arcing back, and come down. We have 2 more. Release and breathe in. Push, press up. Good. And come down and release. Last time. Deep breath in. Exhale, pushing up with those hips. Excellent. Keep it going and come down and release. Come back to your upright position. Let's repeat. Lower back curves. So obviously this first focus in this class is about that back, but we also have some arm work happening here. Pushing through. And again, 2 more. We go all the way back, letting our heads reflect what's happening in the lower spine, arch. And then once more, push back. And push through. Excellent. From this point, we're going to go into a neutral position. We're going to put our hands a little bit closer to our feet here. We are a little farther out, so we can get a little bit more of an arc there. Maybe your fingers are going to touch those toes. Deep breath in. As we exhale, we push up with those hips. You can get a little bit more of a bend there. And come down. Deep breath in. Exhale, press through. Feel the stretch in the quads. And then extend into the spine. Head will go back. And come back down again. 2 more. Deep breath in. Exhale, push those hips up. Way up. Arcing forward with those hips. Heads back. Good. And come down. And let's take that once more. Deep breath in. Exhale. Push up through the hips. Arcing way out. Excellent. And come down. Good. Let's come back into a child's pose just for a moment to stretch out that lower back. Heads are loose. Feeling the hips drop down towards the heels. And let's extend that stretch on the side by bringing the hands over to the front or to the right, and keeping one hand on top of the other, keeping the hips where they are so you can feel that stretch happening in the side of the spine that's on the other side, towards the wall, or towards my wall here. Keep breathing, opening up through that. And then let's walk through center and take it to the other side. So you've got the opposite hand crossing over and being on top of the hand that's on the side that we're going towards. Keeping the hips down, shoulders relaxed, and breathe through this. And see if you can really feel that beautiful stretch that we can get on the sides of our spine. Excellent. And then come back to the center. Drop down into child's pose once more. And then roll up through the spine. You can push with your hands to help you go into that familiar roll up. And here we are. We're going to do some side twists. We're going to lift our arms up, open, reach, flex that hand. And we're going to roll this shoulder over and then push it out and try to extend. And roll it over and push and extend. And roll it over. You can let your head go with you. And now push and extend, reaching out. Last time. Roll it over. Good. And push it out and extend. Excellent. Drop the hands down. Let's take it to the other side. Arms come up. We're twisting. We're getting a flexed hand there. And we're pushing out with that back hand. Head goes towards that back hand. And now we're going to roll and let the head come forward through that shoulder. Open out and reach. Use your breath here. So you may want to inhale as you roll in. And then exhale as you effort and stretch that out even more. Again, rolling in. Inhale. Exhale. Feel that stretch way out with those hands. And rolling it in. Breathe. And exhale and reach. Good. Let the arms drop. Let's take our hand and put the back hand against the front thigh there. And we're going to take some more stretches. And we're going to allow the upper body to go with you. So you're going to lean forward, reaching far forward. Lift it up. Follow the head follow the hand with the head. And then pressing against to get even more of an open stretch there. Leaning back a little bit with the torso so we can lean forward, trying to reach out as far as we can, up as high as we can, and then as far back as we can. 2 more sets. Reaching forward, leaning, folding from the hips there. So we go to flat back as we lean, lift up, reach, and stretch way back there. Good. And let's take that once more. Lean forward, lift up, way up. Feeling the side body get a nice stretch, opening up. Good. And come to the center. Let's take it to the other side. So front hand braces, and we're going to lean forward in that flat back position. Reaching the arms forward, lift, following with our heads all the way to the back. Good. Reaching out a little bit if you can, and then coming forward, leaning forward, lifting it up. So even though it's an arm circle, we're kind of involving the whole body. So we've got a real integrated motion that is happening through the whole body there. Lift up, reach to the back, leaning back, way out there. And let's take that once more. Reach forward, all the way up. Breathe, twist, lean back, opening up. Good. And come forward. And now let's lean forward with the hands, curl the toes under, and let's just push back into the heels. Now you may notice that my heels are off the mat. I've gotten a little farther over than I thought I was going to. And rocking forward through the feet. See if you can come all the way up to the toes so that you get a real stretch in the instep. Push back. And now see if you can push back enough that your heels can go. Maybe your hands come off the floor a little bit. But we want to maintain a balance there. All the way forward, really working through the feet. And push back. And stretch out through the heels. And let's take that once more. We're rolling through. So we're getting a little work on the feet. But we're also stretching out through the calf muscle, the gastrocnemius, pushing out. And along the way, we get a stretch in spine to lower spine there. Come to a neutral position. We're going to push up with our hips and straighten our legs. Lifting up, heads go down. And again, coming into a bent knee position. Inhale. Exhale, push up and stretch. Keep going. Bend, inhale. Exhale, push and stretch. Good. And bend. Inhale. Exhale and stretch. Hanging there. Let's create a picture frame with our fingers going into the elbows. Drop the hips down. Rocking forward slightly onto the balls of your feet. We're going to just take a slight rocking motion and then push back onto the heels. So you get a little added stretch there as your hips go back and then rock forward. We have to hold on to our abdominals. You may find you get a stretch in the hamstring in a different place as you rock onto the balls of the feet. Rock to the back. Pushing out. We have 2 more. Rocking forward. Make sure that head is nice and loose. Good. And rock back into the heels. And rocking forward, dropping the head down. And rocking back. Excellent. Come back to a neutral position. Put your hands on the floor. Bend the knees. Let's roll up through the spine all the way, coming to an upright position. Excellent. Shake out. Let's shake anything that feels like it needs some shaking. And so into a parallel position with our feet right underneath our hips and reach our arms up. Now we're going to reach 1, 2. Now a triplet. 1, 2, 3. Through the rib cage. Up, up. And a 1, 2, 3. And repeat. 1, 2. And a 1, 2, 3. And other side. Lift and 1, 2, 3. To the diagonal. Rib cage goes out. And a 1, 2, 3. Other side. And reach. Reach your breathing and out. And repeat. Way out with the ribs. And 1, 2, 3. Change it. 1, 2. And a 1, 2, 3. To the sides. Rib cage out. Slide it across. And a 1, 2, 3. And a 1. 1 and a 1, 2, 3. And reach it. Breathe. And 1, 2, 3. And last. And reach. And a 1, 2, 3. Good. Come to center. Let's bend our knees. Reach the arms up. Let the heads go with you. And then come down with bent knee position. Head goes down. Breathe up. and lift. And breathing. Lift up and lift. Good. Last time. Breathe. Lift up and out. Keeping the arms outright. We're going to go straight over into a flat back with as straight leg as you can. So we're working from the hip there. So we have flat back. Now let's bend the knees, scoop our arms, bend down, head drops. Come back to that flat back and lift. And flat, way out there, feeling the stretch. Bend, drop, relax. Push back to that flat back and up. Right, we have two more. And over, flat back. And push down and lift. And come up and last one. And flat back, drop it down, and going back to that flat back, and lift. Good. Let's push through the foot, and down, and push, and down. So we're working through that heel. We did this kind of work when we were squatting at the side of the mat. Push, and down, but now we're involving the legs as well. We're going to have a bent position, and push, and bent, and straighten. Push out, stretching through the feet and up. Continue. So we're connecting feet to knees and legs. Bend and up. Repeat. Bend and straight and bend and straight. Now we're going to turn out and make our legs go into a first position turned out. In dance terms, heels are together, toes are out. Knees are going to go out over the toe. So again, it's first set with straight legs. And lift. And down. Lift it up and down. Stretching through the foot. Good. Push it out and down and out. We've got one more. And out and down and out. Now we're at the bent knees. So we're bending knees out over the toes. And bend and straight. Good. Bend and straight. Bend. Two more sets. And lift and down. Really opening those knees. Good. Last set. Down and open and down. Now let's go into a wide position. So here it's going to be a little bit different. We're going to have to bend our knee on one side and come down. And let's take it to the other side. Bend and down. And lift, press, down. Feeling the thighs open out away from each other. And pressing up with the heel. Good. And lift and down. Last set. Out and down and up and down. Scoop those legs out a little bit farther. Now we're going to bend both legs, keeping the back straight. So you're going to feel a stretch in the inside thigh. And now we're going to repeat that. Lift, down, lift, down. There's a little bounce here. So you find that you get a little bit of work in those legs. And lift and down and up and down. Good. Last set. Down and lift and down. Coming up. Right. Let's take advantage of this bent knee position and see if we can extend that inside thigh stretch. So we're bending, sliding the hands out, keep the back up as we shoot those knees out and use the pressure in the hands to open up. Really stretching that inside thigh and come back up again. Breathing in. Exhale. Push. Slide. Good. And lift and up. And we're trying to really keep our back flat. We might have a slight tilt forward to get into this position, but we're trying not to really round there. It's really flat. And lift. And we have one more. And press and out. Stretching out. Good. And come up. Let's take one more and we're going to stay there. So make sure you've got a good position for yourself. Pushing out and down. Good. From here, rolling this shoulder like we did earlier so that you get a press against this hand against that knee and you're twisting up your spine, but adding to the stretch on that leg. Coming back, breathe, and press to the other side. If at any time your legs get tired and you need to take a break, just stand up and then come back and join us. Here we go. Breathe, press. Right shoulder forward, twisting through the spine, and come center. And left, press, opening those thighs. Good. And open. We have two more. And press. And stretch. Maybe you can get a little more twist in the spine. And center. Breathe. And press. And twist. Good. And center. Let's take it one more time. You may be getting tired here. Press and release. And press, stretch, and release. Okay, let's come on up. All right, bring the legs in, shake them out. That was a lot. Okay, let's go back into a parallel position with the feet underneath the hips, and we'll ease out through the hips a little bit. So we're just gonna swing one side, and our knees are bent to the other side. And swing, and swing. Good, keep going. Reach, out, and reach, and out. Let's go front and back. So we have front, push the hips forward, swinging back. Good. Front and back. Breathe. Front and back. And front and back. Come back to the neutral position. We're going to go diagonal front to the right side. Diagonal back to the left. And swing forward. And back. And you can have some interesting places to stretch when you go on this diagonal. And back. And once more. Front. And back. Come to neutral, the other side. To the front diagonal on the left. Stretch it out. Push it to the back. And front. And back. And front. And back. Good. Last time. Front. And back. Good. Come to neutral position. Straighten up. Let's shake everything out. Come back into that second parallel position. Bend the knees. Let's take some circles. So we're going to take advantage of having gone to each of those 8 points around. And nice and slow. So you can really feel the in-between those points and stretch out there. Knees are bent. We're going to take 4 circles around to the right and then immediately reverse to the left. So pushing through. What can you uncover that you haven't stretched out for a while in this whole hip area? All the way around. Here's our 3rd circle. And we're breathing. We have 1 more. Pushing to the front, circling around. All the way. Good. And around. Don't skip on this last part of this last circle to the right. And then let's immediately reverse it, going to the other side. All the way around. Beautiful. And stretch it out. Coming to the front, circle. And around. Noticing what's different from one side to the other. Pushing through. We have 2 more. All the way to the front, to the diagonal. Moving through each of those points that we worked on before. And around. And we have 1 last circle. Let's make this one a big circle. As big as you can make it. So you're really taking advantage of this chance to stretch out. And come all the way around. Good. To the front. Come to neutral and straighten up. And again, shake out. And you may have felt, because we opened up that hip area, that all of a sudden you've lengthened through this area of your body. Let's go into a wide parallel position here. We're going to type some more side body work here. So we're going to slide down towards the right. Left arm comes up. And feel the hand stretching down along the leg as you reach up with that upper hand. So you get a nice side body stretch. Now we're going to pull up with this hand, bring this hand in, hold onto the hip, and twist across. So you're getting another twist there in the spine. Lift, slide, reach, see how far over you can get. Long line, good. Coming up, using that hand that's up high to help get you up, and twist. Good. 2 more steps. Slide, reach. See if you can get your hand a little bit farther over. Really deepening that stretch there to the side, coming up, coming in, and crossing, keeping the hips front. So it's a real twister there. And up, slide, reach, all the way up, all the way down. Good. And coming up, bringing the hand in, twisting, and reaching. Good. Let's come back to center and go to the other side. Be kind to yourself this first time. Okay, here we go. We're sliding this hand down. You might feel like you've not gotten very far there, but we're going to increase that as we go along. Hand comes up, helping you, and push and twist. Good. Lift, slide, up. Feel that long line. Ah, there we go. We go a little farther. Lifting up with that hand, coming up, twist and across. 2 more. Slide, reach, breathe, all the way over to the side, all the way up. Good. Coming up through that position, coming across and twist, hips stay front. And last one, all the way up, lengthen all the way down with that arm along the leg, and lift up, come in, push, and stretch across. Good, nice job. All right, let's move both feet to the right. You might need to bring your legs a little bit closer together, and you let your weight right in the middle of the legs there. And we're gonna go over again into a flat back position here, but we're adding a little more stretch onto this front leg here. And we're gonna hold onto our abdominals and reach one arm in front. So let's make the front arm, opposite arm as the leg, come in front. Keeping this flat back position, let's swing arms. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Bringing the hands back into the hips, lengthen out along that leg a little bit more with the spine, and come to an upright position. We're going to reverse that to the other side. So the other leg is in front. Get your weight between the legs and the feet truly in a parallel position, folding from the hips there, holding on to the abdominals, keeping that back straight. Noticing how we get more of a stretch on this leg. And we've got the front arm coming forward. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. Come hands into the hips. Lengthen out a little bit more. See if you can add to that hamstring stretch. And coming upright. Excellent. Come to the center. Let's rotate those legs out into that first position once again. We're going to roll down from the top of our heads. Coming down through the neck, above the waist, passing through the lower spine, and then going all the way down so that we feel that fold in the hips. And if your legs need to be bent, you can let that happen. Shaking that head out, no. Shake the head, yes. Let's shake the head, no, once again. And shake the head, yes. And you notice that this rotated position gives you a different stretch in the hamstrings there. Let's just take a nice bent knee. Knees go out over the toes. And now push the hips up as you try and lower the head down and get the legs a little bit straighter. So you increase that stretch. 3 more. Bend, inhale, knees out to the side. Exhale, pushing the hips up, head stay down. Hands are relaxed, elbows are bent. And bend, inhale. Exhale, push and stretch. And last one, bend, inhale, good. Exhale and stretch. Now maintaining the straight leg position or as straight as you can get. We're going to walk our hands over to the right side, trying to keep our left hip in line so your hips stay front. But you're going to find that your upper body gets a twist, and you may find that the right leg is getting more of a stretch, and the left leg will get a stretch too, but it's a little bit different. We're focusing on this right here. Good. Let's bend both legs once again. Knees have to push out, so you want to maintain the rotation in the legs, and as you straighten the upper body is taking that twist. So you're getting a little bit more stretch, kind of a little bit everywhere. Relax those shoulders. Again, bend, inhale. Exhale and stretch. Keep those hips going front. Drop the body over to that right side. 2 more. Bend, inhale. As best you can do this. And straighten. It's a little tough. It's a challenge. And once more. Bend, inhale. Breathing in. Exhale. And lengthen the body over on that right side. Good. Let's walk back to the center here. We're going to bend our knees and we're going to roll up through the spine, reversing the direction that we were working with when we roll down. Head's the last thing that comes up. Good. Come up, right. Okay, let's shake out. We will do that to the other side, but it's a little intense. So here we go. We've got first position turned out, heels together. Toes are out. Remember, the knees are going out over the toes, not inwards. And head rolls, top of the head, rolling down, involving that upper spine above the waist, going through the waist, all the way down, through that lower spine, and then into that hip. So if your knees need to be bent, they can. And from here, let's repeat the bent knees here in this first position with our feet. Bend the knees, inhale. Exhale, push the hips up and heads go down. Repeat, bend, inhale, head is loose. Exhale, push up with those hips. Let's shimmy those shoulders a little bit. And two more, bend, inhale, knees go out over the toes. Push the heels down as you press the hips up. Good. And again, bend, inhale. Exhale, press and reach. Good. Now we're walking over to the left side, keeping the hips front, and you've got that side twist, and it can be pretty intense on both legs. From here, bend the knees out over the toes, maintaining the hips forward as the upper body is twisting, and then push the heels up and let the body drape over that left leg. Three more. Bend, inhale. Exhale, press up. Shake that head out. Shake the shoulders out. Two more. Bend, inhale. Exhale, press and push up. Drop that head down. Last time. Bend, inhale. Exhale, and press up. Good. Let's fold our right foot over and get our feet going parallel towards the left side. And we're going to just come through and sit. Slide your legs out. We're going to put our legs in front of us. Sitting up tall, we've got the divine flesh out from underneath us. And let's just once again roll through that lower back a couple of times to ease everything out. So here we go. Rolling back into that cat position. Or sometimes this is called a C position when we're sitting. We're going to push through and come up. And repeat that. Rolling back. Easing out through that lower back. Push through. Undulate up. Let's take two more. And rolling back. Good. Push through. And roll up. And last time, rolling back. And push through and roll up. Good. Let's go back into that cat or C position. We're going to keep that curve and have our hands be behind us and keep lowering down until you can get your elbows on the floor, but you're still engaging those abdominals and thinking about that C curve. Bring the legs a little bit closer to you, and we're going to take a little bit of work with our legs, maintaining this curve and maintaining the contraction in the abdominals. So front foot's going to come to the point, and we're going to lift the leg up and down and up. See if you can deepen the abdominal contraction as the leg lifts and down. Let's take four more. Up and down and lift and down. Keep that curve in your back. Shoulders are down and lift and down. Change legs. Point the foot. Lift and down. See if you can get that contraction happening in the abdominals even more intensely. And lift. We have four more. And one. And down. And two. And down. Excellent. Three. And down. And four. And down. Push up into your hands here and help yourself come into that curved position with your hands there, and then push through that spine and get yourself all the way to an upright position. And now let's go back down. We've got our hands behind us, and then we're going to lower down to that elbow position. Now getting that lower back into the floor, engaging the abdominals, and let's take another leg and ab work here. So we're going to bring the leg in, stretch that leg straight up, as far up as you can, flex that foot, and we're going to drive the heel down, controlling it, and you're going to feel this in your abdominals. Point the foot at the bottom, coming in, you come to the chest, extend it up, see how far up you can get, and flex, and drive down, Feeling the abs engage here. Good. And point. And third time, coming in. Keeping that curve in the back, shoulders are down, lift it up. Maybe you're extending your stretch in the hamstring on that leg. Flex the foot and coming down. And last set, point. Lift it in. Stretch it up, way up there. Good. Flex. Drive it out. Feeling the abs. Do some work there. Point and come in. Let's go right to the other side. Bring the leg in, knee to the chest. Now this first time you maybe won't be able to stretch it up as high as you will on the last time. Flex that foot. Controlling. Really still involving the abdominals. Point the foot. Draw that leg in. Inhale. Lift up. Flex. Drive out. And down. We have two more of those. Point the feet. And in. Lift it up. If you're not feeling anything, maybe you need to slow down a little bit and really concentrate on having the abdominals work there. But I think probably most of you are feeling something there. Last time, in and up, way up. Flex, drive it out, all the way down. Point and come up. Once again, let's come back up to the hands. And from here, we're going to push through that lower back. Come to an upright position. Open the legs a little bit and then slide them out and take a full forward fold. So you've got the divided flesh out from underneath, your feet are pointed, arms up, lift, folding over, all the way down. Relax the elbows, heads are loose, and just hang. We're going to take alternating flex and pointing of the feet. So from here, deep breath in. As you exhale, press out through the heels and drive them out and see if you can get the lower spine to allow you to fold more over from the hips. Heads are relaxed. Shake them out. Breath in. Exhale, push through the balls of feet into a point. And again, see if you can inch your fingers out a little bit more. Head is nice and loose. Breath in. Exhale, press out through the heel. Draping over, inching forward as you allow the body to go over the legs more. Breath in. Exhale, push through the balls of the feet and point. Dropping all the way down. And breath in. Flex out through that heel. Really press the heels out. Maybe you can wiggle the hips a little bit to help you get a little bit farther forward and keep inching those fingers out. Increasing the stretch that you're feeling in the hamstring and the lower back. Breath in. Exhale, point through the feet, drop the heads down, let them be nice and loose, inching out, and we have one more, breath in. Exhale, flex out through the heels, really try and inch over to your limit so you can really feel the whole stretch, take advantage of this stretch, and last time, deep breath in, push through the feet and point, and again, draping over, inching hands forward a little bit more. Excellent. Walk the hands in as you roll up through the spine. And let's take our knees bent once again. And let's go all the way down to the floor, starting with a straight back here. And roll down. And then allow the legs to drop and release. And just shake the hips side to side. And then relax that, beat the thighs on the floor. And then let's take our feet and use them as a foot drum there. Excellent. Good. All right. Relaxing for a moment, feeling that whole spine on the floor, as much of it that can be on there, what are happening with your legs. And just resting into the floor. Try to relax the shoulders as well. Now we're going to bend that front leg to the side, bring the foot up. Knee to the ceiling, and then bend the back leg to the side, foot to the floor, knee to the ceiling, and adjust that spine. Let's really get that whole spine. Try to get that lower back on the floor. We're going to bring that front leg in to the chest. Rotate the leg out. Flex the foot. Brace that leg onto the upright anchor leg here, and bring the same arm as leg that's turned out up to the ceiling. Breathing in, and as we exhale, we're going to press into the crease of the hip there and push back of that hand along the thigh, sliding to open up that hip area in a way that we have not yet done. So you're really pushing that out. Let's take that again. Deep breath in, inhale, exhale, Press, push, and slide. See if you can get a little farther out. So you're really opening up that hip joint in a way that we rarely do. Good. From here, we're going to take the other hand and put it on the floor. So this back leg and hand are anchoring you into the floor. We're going to grab a hold of the heel, point the foot of the folded leg, and we're going to try and stretch it out to the side without rolling. So we're getting an inside thigh stretch there. And it's going out to the side, sort of on the diagonal there. If your knee is not completely straight, that's okay. Let's flex out through the heel. Your foot might be on the floor. And we haven't rolled. We've got both hips still on the floor. Point that foot, bring that leg in, opening up through the inside thigh, and come back to your original position and rest that leg. We're going to take that once more. Deep breath in. As we exhale, we're going to hug that leg up towards the armpit, keeping that anchor leg nice and strong there, and open out with the leg to the side, diagonal. Shoulders still stay on the floor. You are helping yourself to stay in a upright position with both your hand against the floor and the hip of the anchor leg. And flex out through the heel, pressing out to increase that side inside thigh stretch. Point that foot, good, and coming back in. Now, as we come in, let's see if we can take the back hand on the outside of that leg, and we've got the hand that we had been working with the foot there, pressing against the inside of the knee, and you're trying to bring that leg across. And you're going to notice that you get a nice stretch in the back of the glutes, back of the hips, maybe just in your lower back. And go over as far as you can, still pressing against that knee and pulling with the other hand. Good. Let's come back to that knee to the chest position and drop the foot down. And we're going to roll to the front, getting a long spine here. Knees are bent, and then you're going to push yourself up. Then we're going to come to the other side and do the same thing with the other leg. So here we go. We've got the backs nice and straight here. Let's roll down. You can grab a hold of the back of your thighs to help you roll through that whole spine and then release. And once again, let's rock our hips side to side. You're going to find that you really do notice a different positioning with your leg that we just worked with compared to the one that we haven't worked on. Once again, keep the thighs and release that, and then allow the foot drum to also help to relax everything down. Good. All right, front leg bends to the side, foot to the floor, knee to the ceiling. Other leg bends to the side, foot to the floor, knee to the ceiling. Adjust that spine. You may find that your spine has grown a little bit there. And here we go. Bringing that knee into the chest. Rotating it out, that leg. Anchor leg stays completely straight up to the ceiling. We've got a flexed foot on this bent leg in front of us. Same arm as leg that's bent is reaching up. Deep breath in. As we exhale, we're putting that hand right in the crook of that hip there and sliding along the thigh and push back to open up the hip. Now, you may find that one side feels different than the other because we do habitually move our hips in slightly different positions. And let's take that once more. Arm up, inhale, exhale, press, push in. Really try to drive that back out and along that leg to stretch out that hip area. Excellent. Here we go to the biggie. So we're going to point our feet on this bent leg, grab a hold of the heel, bring that knee up to the chest. We've got an anchor here with this knee and the hand, and we're driving that leg out to the side to extend that side, inside thigh stretch. Reach it out, all the way out. And so you also need to make sure that you're balancing and not dropping all the way over. Let's flex that foot out. And again, you may or may not feel the toes touching the floor. Really feeling the openness that happens there. And also the rest of your body is doing quite a bit of work to help maintain this balance. Point that foot. Now we're going to bring that leg in, trying to keep that knee open so you can feel the inside thigh, get that beautiful stretch there. And then bring it in And you have like a 2-second rest there. And again, here we go. That foot is pointed. We're grabbing hold of the heel, bringing that knee up and out with the leg, trying to really extend, maintain balance through the rest of your body. Oh yeah, we got a lot opening up there. And then flex out through the heel. This time, maybe your feet are closer to the floor. You're pressing out, breathing, pointing the foot, and coming back in. Now, on this time that we're coming in, we're going to make that switch with the hands. So we've got the back hand coming in, grabbing the outside of that leg, and the hand that was on the heel is now pushing on that knee. So we're pulling with this leg towards you and hand on the knee away as we try and rock over and cross. And feel the stretch that happens in the back hip, leg, glute area, all the way over as far as you can get. Excellent. Good opener there. Okay, and then come back up. Let's bring the knee into the chest, foot down. Let's drop the knees down, roll over to the side, and push yourself up to an upright position. Okay, let's take some second position stretches here so we get more of the inside thigh working. And set yourself up. You want to make sure that the divine flesh is out from underneath. Let's have our feet pointed. And let's do a little rollover in the hip there. So this kind of reflects what we had been doing earlier in the class with the shoulder rolling. But we're going to do this with our hip here. Roll it and then press it down and out. Repeat. We're going to take 4 of those. Rolling over and open and down. And 2 more. Roll it over, allow the upper body to twist. You may find you get a stretch in the hamstring here. And roll it back. And once more, rolling it over, press. And open it out. And reach. Let's take it to the other side right away. Rolling it over and press. Opening that up. Good. And press it back out. Good. You've got 3 more. Roll it over. Allow the body to really twist so you can get a stretch on this leg. Up and open. And 2 more. Roll and press. Excellent. Roll and open. And last one. Roll it. Getting that hip to really go inwards and out and open. Good. Let's bring the legs together. Just shake them out for a moment. And then let's come back into that open position. You get there however you can. You want to go to your fullest extent there, getting that divine flesh out from underneath. Excellent. Let's take a simple roll forward. So we've got our back straight. And let's go actually into a flex position so you can press out through the heels to increase that stretch. Head drops, rolling through the spine. So the work we did at the beginning of class with the spine should be helping you to really get into more of this inside thigh stretch here, walking the hands out, dropping the body down. If you can get your forehead onto the floor, that's what you're aiming towards. I'm not demonstrating that because otherwise my voice would be completely muffled. So here we go. Deep breath in. As we exhale, let's reach those arms out a little bit more. Flattening out through the spine, keeping the thighs rotated out. Breath in. Exhale, inch out a little bit more. You've got 2 more. Breath in. Exhale, inching out. Really feeling the openness that happens everywhere. The legs go out in either direction. Your arms are going forward. So everything is stretching out as far as it can. Last time, deep breath in. Exhale and reach. Excellent. Let's walk ourselves up, roll up through the spine, coming to an upright position. Point the feet. Let's circle the feet. Circle and around and circle and around. Getting into that ankle joint. Circle and around and circle and around. Let's reverse that circle out and around and circle and around. 2 more. Circle and around. Good. And circle and around. Coming back into your flex position. Let's slide over to the side, reaching both arms out towards the leg, lifting the top arm up. Good. And then we're going to drop down, put the hands on either side of the leg, and head goes down towards the knee. Both hips stay on the floor. So you're getting, again, a stretch in the legs, but also in that lower back, lower lumbar area. And then come forward and reach it out once more, keeping the opposite hip on the floor. Way out, hand down, drop, and nose goes towards the knee. 2 more times. Reach to the side, stretching way out. Maybe you're way over now. And hand comes down, drop, and stretch. And last time to the side. Reach, stretch over to the side, keeping the opposite hip on the floor. It should feel good. And drop down, and nose to knee. Now we're going to walk ourselves up and undulate through that spine once again, but we're facing that leg and come to the center, and let's go to the other side. Reach, both arms reach to the side. We're going to reach the arm out, and you're going to find that first position feels pretty tight, keeping the opposite hip on the floor. Good. Feel that hip go down, arm reach out, opposite directions, stretching out the side body. Good. Hands come down on either side of the leg, drop the body down. Keeping that head nice and loose, shoulders are relaxed. Repeat, hand, reach, and stretch. And this time might feel a little bit easier to get into the stretch. Opposite hip stays down. Good. Drop the hands down, drop the head down, reaching the nose towards the knee. Breathing, keeping both hips on the floor, increasing this stretch gradually. 3rd time, and reach. And lengthening, here you go. You're way over there now, feeling that full extent of the stretch there. Very nice. Make sure you're breathing. And hands come down and drop. Drop that head, shake it out, shake the shoulders out. Maybe even try to shake those hips out. And come up, last set. Reach, way out. Long line. Great. And hands down, drop, and head is loose. Walking yourself up, rolling through as your body spins the time towards that leg. Good, all the way up and center. Good, and shake those legs out. Excellent. Let's come up and just come to a position where we've got our feet, soles of the feet together, and our knees are out to the side. And you're going to find that they're pretty far out there. We're going to put our hands behind and add a little bit more. So we're going to flex the feet, press the heels up, and as you press the heels up, you're pressing the knees down. So we're getting a little bit more of a very isolated stretch in that hip area. You're going to know where it feels. You can feel it. And drop down. Breath in, exhale. Press the heels up. Maybe spread the toes out a little bit. So you're kind of balancing on the little toes there, and press the knees down. Good. Let's release that. Breathe. We've got 2 more. Deep breath in. Press, push, keeping the backs upright, shoulders are down, opening up through that whole hip area. You may start to feel like you're engaging the glutes, and release and drop. And let's take it once more. And breathe in, press, and push out through the heels, lifting them up as the knees go down. Excellent. And drop. And come in, and let's reach the legs out, open them up a little bit, and we're going to flex the feet and do the opposite thing, get the divine flesh out. We're going to rotate the legs in, so you're really stretching out in that hip area, and then out, and going in, feeling that stretch that happens in the hips and out. This is a little bit less familiar for us to really open in that hip area. Good. And out. But it really helps to release all the tension that we've been holding as we sit for a large part of the day. And out. Good. And then shake those legs out. Gorgeous. All right. Find a way to come to a sitting position. One leg can be in front. It doesn't really matter. And let's take the long spine here. Reach the arms out. Breathing in. Feel how tall you are. Clasp the hands together. Bring the hands to the heart chakra. And I want you to say thank you to yourself for joining me in this class and reaping the benefits for opening up all the blocks, maybe some tension you've been holding, and feeling long and flexible. Enjoy.